What is going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. So yesterday was honestly a crazy day in the League of Legends world. Again, a lot of our crazy days come from big news stories dropping, new rumors, people swapping teams making big moves, big signings, all that stuff. But yesterday was a really big day in the League of Legends world, like on Twitter and stuff, for a whole different reason. We had a ton of drama going on. So if you like drama, today is going to be a fun day because my two videos today, the first one is going to be covering the drama going on in the LEC. My video coming out a little bit later today is going to be the drama going on in the LCS. And there is a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to unpack in both of these stories. But yeah, we will be starting out today in the LEC. We are here on the Twitter of LEC Wooloo. He tweeted out some stuff yesterday. As it seems, there is some drama, some infighting, some craziness going on behind the scenes between FNATIC and maybe some of the players, but more specifically, the one coming out publicly is Selfmade. So, you know, Selfmade, FNATIC, big time drama. There's going to be some stuff to talk about. But before we get into that, I just want to mention real quick, if you guys have not already, please take a second and smash that like button. I would appreciate it so much. It really does help me out. The videos with more likes get more views. They get pushed more. YouTube helps me out more. So that'd be absolutely awesome. Let YouTube know, you know, that you want to see more stuff like this. You want to see this continue to grow and grow, that'd be great. Also subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content so you guys don't miss out on anything we got going on in the future. Last couple of days we had some decent subscriber jumps, so you know, it's working out, it's going well. We're on the road to 8,000. 10,000 is my big goal for 2021, so hey, help us out, run that number up. With that being said, here we go. Here it is, the big stuff that came out yesterday. LEC Wooloo, he said, can't confirm or deny, nor is it his role to judge, just sharing what will inevitably be shared. And he comes with some screenshots from a Discord. He does kind of preface this stuff by saying, don't jump to conclusions too fast. This lacks context, and the screenshots are from Selfmade's Discord server. So, Mr. Selfmade, in your Discord server, what do you got for us here? He says, this is Selfmade himself saying, the reality is that we wanted to continue with the same roster, talking about Spring Split FNATIC, obviously, saying that Spring Split FNATIC, all the players wanted to continue with the same roster for Summer Split with Whippo, but FNATIC picked up Adam and told him to jungle or leave. That is crazy, and that is a big accusation coming out from Selfmade. And also, that means that they were putting Whippo, if this is true, again, we don't know for sure, but in Selfmade's part of the story, if this is true, that they were not only telling Whippo, hey, role swap, which could potentially alter your entire career in reputation and money and everything, or leave, which would also, you know, obviously jeopardize your career and money and all that stuff, but then they're also telling him, decide, do you want to stay, or do you want Selfmade to stay? So, pretty much, you know, Whippo, you're making a decision right now. Are you staying or is Selfmade staying? One of you's got to go. We got Adam. We're not running a 6-man roster. Like, that's absolutely insane. And obviously, you know, if this part of Selfmade's story is true, that sounds like terrible mismanagement from FNATIC. But we do know that probably something was going on behind the scenes, because it does seem like a very weird situation where Whippo just randomly role swaps. Selfmade's just randomly gone. You know, they bring in Adam, but the FNATIC organization has been mismanaged for a long time, and that does not mean that every single bad story that comes out about them is true, but it just means it's not surprising, and it would totally be believable, something like this happening. The team has been mismanaged in terms of finances, it sounds like, behind the scenes, but also in terms of just, look at all the players who have left FNATIC, all the talent and players and pedigree that FNATIC has had that have left because of problems in the organization, because, you know, kind of the management's ineptitude and stuff. Like, I know somebody posted yesterday, like, if you just took all the players that have left FNATIC, you'd have, like, one of the best teams in the world. And now this current FNATIC is a team that finished 5th place in spring and probably got worse headed into the summer split. So it is really crazy. Selfmade did go on to say, CBA, reading how people point fingers at players. I think it means, like, can't be asked, can't be arsed, whatever. Some, you know, European slang. Reading how people point fingers at players. And yes, that is really unfair. You know, if this is a decision being made by Whippo or FNATIC management or whatever, you know, why is all the blame going on Selfmade? Why is FNATIC allowing the you know, whatever the true story is to not be the one that is being told? Because I get it. Before the official free agency period has started, I get not talking about anything. Yeah, you really can't talk about anything. It's just all rumors, news, speculation. But We are now 2 days into the free agency period. Why has FNATIC not said anything about their roster? Why have they not come out and told us what is going on? If this is true, why has FNATIC not told us? If this isn't true, why have we not gotten the true story from FNATIC? What is going on with Selfmade? What is going on with Whippo? What are their plans? LEC starts in like less than 2 weeks. It is time where you can make official announcements. It is time where you can defend your players from maybe illegitimate kind of finger pointing and blame that they're receiving for roster moves that they probably had nothing to do with. So I did think that is really, really weird. They go on, one more screenshot of some more Discord messages saying, Selfmade saying that they basically put Whippo in a situation to decide who's going to be out. Meanwhile, people are writing how apparently CBAD in FNATIC, which is funny, and then people always write how cringe is that. It's kind of fucked up. Selfmade saying, I don't mind if it goes on Reddit or whatever. We would have spoken about it sooner or later. So obviously that's funny, because yeah, it seems like just like leaked messages, but Selfmade knows what he's doing. He's putting these messages out in a public server or whatever. They're gonna, whether he wants them or not, they're gonna end up on Twitter, Reddit, somewhere. And yeah, now that this stuff is out there, it seems really, really crazy. And yes, obviously people are jumping on the FNATIC hate train and stuff, and kind of calling out the FNATIC org like, yo, what the heck is going on? What are you guys doing over there at FNATIC? And then also there's the side that all the players wanted to run back the same roster. All the players wanted to run back Whippo, Selfmade, Niski, Upset, Hylissang. Now instead, they're getting Adam in the top lane, Whippo in the jungle, Selfmade gone. Like, you're potentially upsetting and going against all your other players as well. And FNATIC was already a team with synergistic issues in this past split, and kind of the lack of having that team dynamic and looking like a cohesive unit at all. And now you're going to jumble up things further. You're going to piss off people further. You have Selfmade, who's on an expiring contract, probably leaving anyway. Whippo and Hylissang are now on expiring contracts too. You don't seem to have good long-term options in either jungle or support for the future. So, FNATIC doesn't seem like they're in a great position for Summer Split to have any success or go to Worlds or anything like that. I don't think many people expect them to be a top 3 team, but then also the future prospects for FNATIC look really, really grim as well. So yeah, this team kind of is in a really, really weird spot. But Sam Matthews, founder and CEO of FNATIC, lover of life, kale, keto, and design, and apparently an unprofessional DJ, did respond to these comments from Wooloo, from Selfmade. Now, a little bit of backstory about this guy. I take everything he says with a little bit of a grain of salt. There has been stories in the past where FNATIC players say one thing, he says the exact opposite, and it just kind of becomes a war of words. I don't necessarily believe everything that, players say and everything, and yes, they can lie or they can, mistell little details and stuff like that, but I don't think you have to automatically believe what Sam Matthews tells you either. I'm thinking back to last Worlds with the Nemesis situation, where Nemesis pretty much came out and said, he's like, yeah, I mean, I heard I was getting replaced, the leaks came out and stuff, so why, or how am I supposed to play through Worlds with all that extra pressure and extra stress, and I know I'm getting replaced, like, that was really messed up how they were already kind of talking about that stuff before Worlds even happened, and he said it really affected him a lot. And then Sam Matthews kind of came out and was like, well, that's just not true, because we didn't even know that we were replacing him, we hadn't even talked about it, blah, 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 whatever. And, there's just no way that that's true, because obviously the leaks came out, the Nemesis ends up getting replaced, the big story behind the scenes is that everyone already knew Nemesis was going to be gone, and then Sam Matthews comes out and was like, no, we didn't know he's already going to be gone, we didn't talk about that. Like, so this guy, whether he has lied before, might be a little too far, but, if players and kind of people stretch the truth a little bit, I think CEOs and founders can stretch the truth a little bit too. But he did respond. He said, think logically. You have 2 out of 5 players committed long-term, 1 split left. What do you do? I don't necessarily think that is a good retort for what Selfmade is talking about, just because you have 2 to 5 players committed long-term. Yes, you do need to pick up some younger options, and at that point, I thought it would make a lot of sense to maybe sell off some players, bring in some younger options, but does that mean you had to kick Selfmade, go with Whippo jungle, even though Whippo still only has 1 split left, and then you have Hylissang who has 1 split left, and you still don't have a long-term option for him? Like, it's funny that FNATIC understands that they're in a bad situation, but this roster doesn't really solve that bad situation that they're in. They still, now they have 3 out of 5 players committed to long-term. They have a role swap jungler and a support that's probably leaving. Like, are they in a better situation now? I guess, if Adam is what he's advertised to be, but we'll see. He said, of course, we had to make some tough decisions. Totally agree. Yes, obviously you do. FNATIC is here to win it all, and we want players committed to do the same. That's a weird line at the end. Is he insinuating, you know, or taking a shot at Selfmade? Is he taking a shot at Bwipo? Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. That was kind of a random, weird line to throw in there because, again, that's not really a response to anything that Selfmade said. It seems to me like he's getting a little bit defensive, a little bit edgy, a little bit chippy. Obviously, there's some bad blood at this point between him and Selfmade for how the situation has been handled, especially publicly. But yeah, to me, it seems like he didn't even read Selfmade's messages and he just like typed something up. Kind of weird. But then he actually does respond to what Selfmade says after that, and he says, of course, a player didn't make any form of decision people are insinuating. So, I believe that's true. You know, I really would find it hard to believe that Bwipo 100% made the decision, but I would believe that FNATIC came to him with the options like, you know, would you jungle? Could you jungle? You know, we're thinking about bringing in Adam. Would you be willing to role swap? Or, you know, we might have to move on, something like that. It's not like Bwipo was like, yeah, guys, I'm the jungle now. Selfmade's gone. No, obviously not. But, you know, the way he's wording it, you could make the story fit whatever you're trying to say. You know, again, he's not really denying exactly what Selfmade's saying. He's just kind of hemming and hawing around it a little bit, I do think. But I just think that's super, super interesting, and this is absolutely hilarious. Then, yeah, Wooloo says, Sam denied the sayings that Bwipo had to make the decision. Think this is really important. And yes, it is definitely really, really important to get both sides of the story. But again, what is the truth? Is Selfmade's story the truth? Is Sam Matthews' story the truth? Is the truth probably somewhere in the middle, as I think it is in like 99.9% of situations, whether in esports drama or life or whatever? Yeah, most likely. But obviously, this tells us a couple of things. One, pretty much confirms Bwipo jungle and Selfmade vitality. I don't think Selfmade could possibly stay on FNATIC after this, and it does seem like they're talking about Bwipo jungle. Again, still nothing's been confirmed, nothing said by FNATIC, nothing like that to this point, which is absolutely insane to me. So if you were looking for some confirmation, it does seem like Selfmade will be gone. It does seem like Bwipo will be staying, which is obviously very, very interesting. But then also, you know, Selfmade going public with some new, the latest comments about FNATIC potential mismanagement of their team, potential bad practices and stuff, and then, you know, Sam Matthews coming to the defense of his organization, which is totally fine, but I wish we knew the actual truth. But again, this is not the first time somebody has accused FNATIC of mismanagement, so, you know, that doesn't make it true automatically or necessarily, but it does, you know, make it easy to believe, and it makes it me at least willing to hear out Selfmade. I'm not like, oh my god, there's no way FNATIC would never do something like that. You know, if they did, I would not be shocked. That doesn't mean they did, but this is the story. These are the two sides, and this is the latest drama coming out of the LEC. That is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Leave a comment down below. What do you think the truth is here? Do you believe Selfmade? Do you believe Sam Matthews? Do you think they're both lying? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay updated on my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace!